Okay, so let's continue on. What I want to do next is put this cam in place, and it goes over here, and then we'll also do the handle. And before I do that, what I think I'll do is I'll change the transparency of this piece. You can do that right here. That's a hide, and this is changed to transparent, so that I can go in here and see what's going on with this cam. Now I want to do, of course, the mate again, and I'm going to zoom in here, and I'll grab this cylindrical shape and this cylindrical shape, and we'll accept that. Those two pieces are locked in then. Okay, and now I can see that it's along that edge, or excuse me, along that cylinder, but I need it to be, basically I need this face right here to be flush with that face right there. And I'll accept that. Now I am going to fix this this piece here, the green piece, so that I can rotate this around. But basically that's what the cam does. The cam would, when it was rotated up, it's going to be pushing on this slot in this piece that I've made transparent, which forces this center member down, and the friction then holds it in position. So that's what you're looking at as far as this thing working. Now we're not going to worry too much about this other cam portion. That actually would interfere there, wouldn't it? So we'd have to be careful there eventually, but we won't worry about that just yet. So I'll clear the selections here. And now I need to put the handle in place, so I'll move this over. And let's see, the first thing I probably would want to do is put this cylinder, and be careful there, gotta get that cylinder. And now we can't see that, but it might need to be flipped, but we can't see it right now, so actually I'm just going to undo it. Okay, and what I'll do is I'm going to go in here and hide this base, or the saddle, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to hide this piece. And I could, if I wanted to, hide this piece, but I won't do that just yet. So let's go in here and look at these. Alright, so what I want to do, I'm going to clear all the selections there, and I want this face and this face to be concentric. Now that is the orientation that I want on that. So if it weren't, what I would do is flip it, and you can see that flips that back and forth. That is the one I want. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is actually when we grab one of these cylindrical shapes and this cylindrical shape, and that creates a mate there. And with those two mates, everything should line up there as far as the handle and the cam is concerned. Okay, now eventually we'll put a spring pin, if I can find it. Eventually we'll put a spring pin in that hole right there, so those pieces would be held together. So I'd want to close that and hit the save button probably. Okay, now if you want to unhide those, note over here on the left side, these pieces are hidden, so we could change the transparent, or actually those are hidden, aren't they? So we don't need to change transparency, we just want to show the part. So we'll go in here and hit this one too. Okay, and then now I could also change the transparency of this piece. Could be put back probably now, couldn't it? Let's turn that off. It toggles back and forth. Also note down here at the bottom we have the different mates, and if you click on a mate, you can see what components are mated to each other. They're highlighted. There's our cam and handle. Now the reason why these don't look like they're highlighted is because remember we fixed this component here, so if we make it float, they come back and they're active again. So I would want to hit save, and so then that's what I would have to do for the rest of these components. So I might want to insert some components again and go in there and look for side plates again. Now I don't see it here. I haven't been able to find it yet in this version, but typically you can insert one piece more times than not, but for some reason it keeps showing up that that's not the case. I mean, I ought to be able to go in there right now, and I don't see it over here. I should be able to go in there and keep hitting that and keep putting that component in. Of course, I can always right click and there should be a recent commands, insert component, and it comes back to the proper folder. I want the side plate again, but in the old days you could click on that and click on it again and it would just keep putting the components in. So I need one more, so we'll go ahead and hit the recent commands, insert component. Okay. So we've got all those, and we'll just have to go in and orient those properly as well. So we'd have to do the handles and such before that. So I think I'll stop with this one, then I'll show you how to do the top components, and we'll go from there.